you. On behalf of IMG, I'd like to welcome all of you from this company. Today, I will be talking to you about how important it is to get started properly. And this video is really meant just to introduce to you about our company and hoping that your life will change. It's very important that you start with this company the right way, because if you start it the wrong way, you'll be making a lot of mistakes. The mistakes I made in the many years in my life, I want to make sure you don't make that mistake, so that you will become very successful much faster. And today, I want to make sure that you understand the importance of the system. I will try my very best that as you join this company, I will guide you step by step so that you will become successful in life. Again, I'd like to congratulate you for giving yourself hope, for giving yourself a chance to become successful in IMG. And I'd like to make sure that you need to understand that you need to be coachable. You need to understand exactly, because if you do good, we do good. So there's no reason why we will not teach you everything that we can to change your life. Because if you change your life, you will change a lot of people's life. The most important thing in a business is a system. Let me share to you this saying. The importance of the system is, if you want to be big, you need to have a system. All big companies actually have a system. Without a system, you can never become big. In fact, a lot of companies would fail because they don't follow a specific system. And I want to share to you some examples why company become big. One of the biggest company that actually become big is McDonald's. McDonald's is a system-driven company. They actually, the last time I watched their movie, they actually, if I'm not mistaken, feed 5% of the entire world. There is a McDonald's all over the world. And you can see that a McDonald's basically has a specific system. Otherwise, if they don't have a specific system, they cannot become big. Let me share to you the saying. If you open one restaurant, right, you don't need a system. You open 2 or 3 restaurants, you don't need a system. But you open 10 restaurants and you want to build it big, you need a system. Because without a system, you cannot run 10 restaurants or more. Now, this is just a sample. In your business right now, do you plan to become small or do you plan to become big? If you plan to become big, you need to master the system. I know there's a lot of products that we have. Our benefits are very good. There's multiple benefits. And some of you probably join simply for the benefits, and you're free to just use the benefit. But let's assume that you want to do beyond the benefit. You want to create income for your family. You want to create a second option to be able to become successful in the business. A lot of people doesn't really do the business simply because they're worried they will fail. Our families, our relatives sometimes will tell us, don't do a business. It's not they don't love us, they don't care for us. It's the contrary. Most of the time, they will tell you, don't go into a business because they're worried you will fail. Don't go in a business, they're worried you will lose money. Don't go in a business because you will not become successful. The reason why they say that, it's not because they don't love you, it's actually because they care for you. Don't feel bad against them. The only problem is they don't understand that if you know the system correctly, and like IMG, you hardly have any kind of capitalization, there's really no money to lose. And at the same time, you actually will learn so much things. So the most important thing is they don't understand that in the survey, 95%, long time ago, 95% of the company would fail and only 5% will become successful. And the reason for that is because there's no system. But when a company has a system, you'll realize that 90% of the company that has a system, that has a proven system and a successful system, 95% of this company will surely become successful. That's the reason why a lot of people sometimes would get a franchise, simply because they want to make sure they don't have a trial and error on the system. So the most important part when you join our company actually is you got to have a system. You got to believe in the system. Aside from the product that we will teach you and guide you in the next couple of weeks, This is a module that we will guide you in the next 90 days. I will guide you exactly step by step on the system. Today, I will just show you a preview on the system so that you would understand. But if you follow this, chances are you will become very successful. A lot of people actually would fail because they create their own system. I'd like to let you know that the minute you join this company, before making your own different kind of system, try to follow our system. Try to listen to the people who have already done it, because we will never try to teach you something that will not make you become successful. Again, I'd like to really be, I'm very happy that you have given your family a chance that you can become successful in this business. This is actually the system. It's called the system flow. It actually starts from, let me go on the other side. Actually, of course, when you start a system, you start with step 1. And then you go to step 2, and then you go to step 3, and then you go to step 4, step 5, and eventually you're going to go to step 6. So the system is something that we made sure it's very simple. Anybody can do it. Because if we make the system difficult, there's a lot of other systems out there. But you look at the McDonald's, they make McDonald's become very simple. And you might wonder, why are you talking about McDonald's? Because one of the most successful company in the world is McDonald's. So if you want to become successful, you don't look at the company that failed, you look at the company that are successful. Why is McDonald's successful? Very simple. They have a proven, duplicatable system that, imagine, they don't even need to hire a chef cook, they just hire a student to run the restaurant. They hire a student to run their whole operation, you know, in terms of each restaurant out there. So if a student can do it, anybody can do it. So we have to have a system that way, that if you join our company, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you do, as long as you follow the system, you have a big chance that you become successful. And that is the most important thing, the simplicity, that is simple, fast, doable, and duplicatable. Because what's the point of having a system that's hard and no one can follow it? So sometimes when you listen to our explanation, you say, oh, it's so simple, right? We actually purposely do it. There is strength in making it simple. See, it's so easy to make things complicated, but it's very challenging to make a complicated one to become simple. So when it becomes simple, there's strength. So our whole system actually is very, very simple, that you can follow right away, like a McDonald's. You know, McDonald's is something like, you cook French fries, and basically, you put the French fries in, and you press a button. After a certain seconds or minutes, it beeps. It means it's already cooked. And so you're supposed to remove it. But then, if you forget, it beeped twice. So it reminds you to remove it. So it's a foolproof business, because it's very simple. And you can see that in the restaurant of McDonald's, basically, you know, the center is where the dispensing of the burger is, and on the right side is where the French fries, and on the left side is where all the sodas and the ice cream. So it's a very simple duplication. So our business is very simple. As long as you master the steps from step 1 all the way to step 6, you will become as successful as most of the people in IMG. Let me share to you the next slide. What's step 1? It's what we call share list, right? And that's what I said. The next couple of videos that I'll explaining, I will not explain every steps right now. I'll just go on a summary. But we're going to have a video that will surely just explain to you step 1, right? But just to let you know, share list, it means the people that you want to share our business, the people that you think needs our business, right? Who are the people that you think they would need? Because if you're in a business, you need to announce to everybody that you're in the business. You don't hide the business. You inform people that you're in the business. And so the most important thing when you start, and most people would fail in step 1. Because I know you join, you bought the product because you like the product, you're doing the benefits, but you didn't have any idea that, hey, why don't I share this to someone? It's just like watching a movie. You know, you watch a nice movie, After you watch a nice movie, what do? You call your friends, you let them say, hey, the movie is so nice, why don't you watch it? But you never made any income by telling them to watch the movie, right? Well, with this, it's just like you watch a movie. If you like the benefits, it's so good. You tell your friends about the benefits. We have the insurance benefit, we have the financial checkup benefit, we have the eye care benefit, the health care benefit, and you can tell your friends. But the good thing is, if they will do it, you can actually make it into your business. You will be having an income by creating your own business by coming up with a share list. Who are the people you want to share? You can never, and remember, when I talk to you about the system, it has to be followed correctly. You don't say, oh, let me pick which one I like and which one I don't like. If it's a system, you gotta follow the system with discipline. So in other words, if we say, you gotta do step 1, you have to assure me you will follow step 1. And do not go to step 2 without doing step 1. So again, step 1 is the share list. And let me share to you a slide that we can show you a monitor on how the system will work. And hopefully, you can talk to the person who introduced you to this company, or you can go to our platform, to our portal, right? And in that portal, if I'm not mistaken, there's a certain part there that you can download this form. Let me share to you this form. And this form is a simple form, but this is the first part that you would need to do, right? So the first part is download this form. Okay? Step 1, you need to download this form. Why do you need to download this form? You're right, because it's part of the system. Today, the most important thing that I want you to memorize this word is the word the system. You want to become successful, you need to have the system. Try to look at all the big companies out there that become successful. All of them have a system. Their form is the same, their flow is the same, everything is the same, so that their success becomes very predictable and the result also very predictable. So again, what is step 1? This is step 1, which is what we call share list. So you download this form, and then you list down your share list. Usually, you would need about 25 share list, but just so you will not be so overwhelmed, in the first 7 days in your business, you can start with 10. So if you want to really follow it, start with 10. Open your phone book, your contact, and put the 10 names here, right? And then put the contact number here, and put their email address here. Why do you need to put their email address? Because nowadays, things are done eventually in the email. If you have a party, you no longer just send the invite, you just email the invite. So I'd like you to come up with an email, because we're going to have to do what we call approach them. So actually, up to the first part is, and most people make a mistake, is coming up with a share list. So please make sure, and I will discuss to you in the next video exactly how to perfect the share list. There's a lot of things that we can discuss about the share list. But today, promise me, can you just download this form, put your name here, fill it up, like any other kind of business, you need to fill up correctly, and then create your share list, and then you can start your business. Because if you don't fill up this form, you're not starting your share list and you're not starting your business. So number 1 system, follow the system. You want to become big. I will tell you, if you trust us, I will never teach you something that's not going to change your life. But you need to be coachable. We need to teach you. We need to guide you, because if you do exactly what we tell you, you will get the exact result. If you don't follow what we teach you, then you will not get your results. So today, make sure, as you listen to this video, go inside to your portal, and I hope you can already log into your portal. You're supposed to register your membership there, and make your code and get inside the portal. Get used to the portal. Another thing that I'll tell you as part of an introduction to the system is make sure also you follow the Facebook of IMG. Now, there are a lot of IMG Facebook out there. Yes, because all our members create their own Facebook. But the official IMG Facebook is something that you should make sure you follow, because that's where we make announcements. That's when we're able to communicate with you. Even if the person who brought you into this business doesn't communicate with you, we will continue to communicate to you through the Facebook. We will also communicate to you through the portal. All our communication will be inside the portal. So the first thing I'd like you to do is go inside the portal right now. This very moment, go inside the portal right now. If you cannot go in, call the customer service to make sure that you'll be able to go in. Now, if you get into the portal, this portal is very powerful. It's your backdoor support of everything from your income, from your commission, from our product presentation, from the video, everything will be there. But for today, instead of checking everything there, can you promise me to download this form? Please download this form. Fill up this form. And let's start with step 1 so that I will guide you in the next video on step 1. Because without step 1, we cannot go to step 2. So what is step 2? Let me share it to you. Step 2 is just book share. So after basically after the share list, so you have the names, the next one is we approach them. There's no one to approach, you don't have step 1. But after you have step 1, the biggest failure of a lot of people also is that they don't call them. So I will train you exactly how to call them, how to talk to them, how to use our book, how to use our portal, our membership, so that you'll be able to talk to them about our business. Because some people will ask you, what is IMG is all about? And if you just join, you're not going to be able to answer it. You can say, O. So you don't know, right? But if we will guide you, we will teach you here in this step 2, how to approach. Book share is actually the action of calling your friends and telling them about our business, about our book, about our crusade, about our mission, which we will guide you again in another video. So make sure you did step 1, and after we will teach you step 2. All right? Step 2, again, let me ask you again. Step 2 is the approach. How you will call your friends, how you will talk to your friends about the things that we do. Okay? And step 3 is basically the book study. All right? Nowadays, instead of calling it presentation on our product, people, if you think about just doing a product presentation, people don't like you because they think you're just selling to them. So what we have really done is we would like to have a book study with you. So on the approach, we tell them we want to share a book, right? And so if we share a book, basically, the next part is go to their place, or, you're right, we can do online and we can discuss about the book. Now, if you're very new, you don't know what to say about the book, we will create a video for you. So all you really have to do is share the video in order for you to discuss the book. So again, you know, this is a concept that you need to understand and you need to be coachable. You can talk to people about insurance, you can talk about a mutual fund, you can talk to them about healthcare, but people like to do it themselves. They'd like to have that freedom. They don't like to be sold. They like that someone will care for them. So the first thing you want to do is tell them, hey, I want to share to you a book. That's step 2. And when you share the book, you're going to say, hey, can I sit down with you and explain what's inside the book? Right? And you can talk about IMG through all the videos. So step 1 can be done online. Step 2, which is informing your friends about the business that you've gotten in, can be done online. And step 3, which is the book study, or what we call, again, what's book study is presentation. So again, presentation can be done online, right? So we're on step 3. What's step 4? Step 4 is follow-up. You know, after you show to them our business. Of course, you presented to them. Then we follow them up. How many times should we follow them up? Usually, it says that you need to follow them up at least about, let me share to you, it's up here, at least about 5 times. You know? You need to share to them, follow up. Why? Because the first time you follow them up, sometimes they're not interested. You know how people are? People, by default, they like to say no. Example, when you go to a person's house, and this person will tell you, hey, have lunch. Join us in our lunch. Usually people, especially Filipinos, say, oh no, I'm still full. It's okay. Go ahead and have lunch, right? Even if that person is so hungry, the first thing he will say is what? No. So what if that person will not ask you again? You will die of hunger. So it's important that it's nice that to understand that most Filipino or even other people, by default, the first time you ask them, they'll always say no. So expect that the first time you follow them up, hey, do you want to join our company? Hey, would you like to start saving? Hey, would you like to have a healthcare? Most of the time, they'll say no. That's the normal thing. Okay, but if you call them again, they say that, hey, maybe there's something interesting about this. You call them the third time, they'll say, hey, this person must really care about me. You call them the fourth time, they say, oh, this person will never stop calling me unless I join. Again, you know, there is this survey long time ago that they said that most people would always say no the first time and the second time. So what does it mean they say no the first and the second time? And most people will say yes only on the 5th time. So this is a survey. So what happened is most people also ask a person first and second time, but they will never ask them the 3rd time or the 4th time because they get embarrassed. They feel bad. So they say, well, if you don't want me, I'm just going to go. So most people cannot close simply because they will only follow up to twice. And survey will tell you that most people will say yes if they follow up on the 5th time. So only the people who can follow up all the way to the 5th time, usually will become successful on the follow-up. So follow-up, or what we call closing, has to be done minimum 5 times. Can you do a follow-up through email? Yes. How many times should you email? Depend. Maybe 1st time, 2nd time, 3rd time, they probably already joined you, or maybe on the 5th time. Again, why do we need all the way to the 5th? It's part of the system. You got it right. The system is very important, and follow-up is very important. A lot of people, they present, but they cannot close. Useless to present and you cannot close. And closing is actually the most easy part, as long as you follow the system. And again, step 4 will be one video for you. I will guide you exactly how to have all the different follow-ups. And all of these videos are already free, included in your membership. All the benefits are already included. And that's the reason why, there's no reason why you should not spend time and watch the next video that we will be sending. But today, I'd like to make sure that you understand that we do have a system. We will guide you. And if you follow the system correctly, you will become successful. I'll share to you step 5. Step 5 is, by the time you have done step 1 to 4, you need to already really understand the system. So under step 5, we have a lot of trainings. We have a workshop from workshop 1 to 6, which we will have a video for that. We will guide you with a workshop step 1, step 2, all the way to step 6 under the workshop. So if you are running the system, you need to watch the workshop. If you are part of the system, you need to attend our advanced training. If you're part of the system, you can attend our convention. You can travel with us. So there's a lot of things that we will be talking about the system. All right? And the last one, after step 5, the last step in the system is actually step 6, which is duplication. What do you mean by duplication? Well, the people who join you, let's just say you send them my membership orientation video, and after you send them the membership orientation video, you send to them the checklist, and they check there, I'd like to know about IMG, I'd like to know about about health, long-term care. I like to know about mutual fund. After you send them the checklist, what did you do? They send you the different presentation. And then after that, they join, become IMG, right? And so what do you do after they join IMG? Duplication comes in, right? Let's just say today, you started running the system, you send the MO to your friends, you talk to them, you did a presentation, you follow up, and then they join. What if 3 people join you? The next, and these 3 people, they join, they have the insurance, they have the mutual fund, they now have financial checkup, they have all these things, right? But aside from that, what else should you do with them? The next thing you want to ask them is, do they want to run the business? And if they want to run the business, the duplication will come in, right? So if they want to run the business, what video will you send? You're right. You're going to send my video, which is introduction to the system, so that they will again run the system. So what will we teach them the minute they join? Send them this video so that they will run the system. And what is the system? Well, they're going to run step 1. And what was step 1? You teach them Facebook, that the IMG official IMG Facebook, and you will also let them log into the portal, and then you will let them fill up the form, and then you will again tell them to do step 1. And then you will tell them to do step 2. Again, what is step 2? You teach them how to email or approach their friends. And step 3 is to do the presentation, send the video for the presentation. Step 4 is the follow-up, so that you'll be able to close the account. Step 5, listen to my videos, to my trainings, the workshop 1 to 6, all the advanced training. And then what is step 6? To make sure that everybody who join you will again go back to step 1. What is McDonald's? A simple, duplicatable system that's gonna make you become successful. You know, you're not here to have one outlet. You're here to have many outlets. And basically, if you grow your business, more than 20 years ago, most people would say, Joanne, how come you don't explain everything about the product? I say the product has a different video. We can teach you everything. But at the end of the day, the product is good, but the most important part is distribution. You know, let me end this talk by letting you understand what distribution is all about. Even how good the product is, without proper distribution, if you don't have a lot of outlets, you will never become wealthy. Your life will not change. Imagine if Jollibee has only one restaurant. Even if they don't close, they have 24 hours restaurant, and it doesn't close. But they only have one restaurant in the entire Philippines. Even if the people will line up, they will never become wealthy if they have 1,000 outlets. McDonald's, you think, is small. But actually, McDonald's is 95% bigger than any other fast food out there, because McDonald's is all over the world. There's McDonald's in Russia. There's McDonald's in Taipei. There's McDonald's all over the world. How can they able to build a restaurant all over the world? If they have different system, it will not work. Imagine if McDonald's in the Philippines has adobo. And then when you go to Russia, have Russian food. It's not duplicatable. If you want to grow very fast, you need a very simple system. And IMG, in the past 20 years, became very successful. We're now close to 1 million people, and our goal is actually 10M 2025, to be 10 million by year 2025. You know, what are the companies that become successful? I tell you. You have Starbucks, have a system. Starbucks dominate the coffee business. You have McDonald's, have a system. McDonald's dominate the fast food business. You have actually KFC. During my time, it's called Kentucky Fried Chicken. KFC dominate the chicken business. So if you totally understand the system, and you will study the system correctly, and you master the system, you will become very successful. Again, today, I just want to introduce to you that we do have a system. And when you join our company, the system is already free. Included, the training is already included with you. So it's something that you can become successful and change your life. Even if you don't have any franchise or big business out there, this business can change your life and make you become successful. Just follow the system. I hope to see you in the next training that we'll be discussing. I will be creating the first video for you, which is a step 1. It will be a good video and I hope you listen. But our assignment for today, please do not forget, if I will ask you, what is the secret of the business, what is the secret to become successful, the answer is the system. And another thing that I want to tell you is that for you to start the system, the first thing you really need to do is register in our portal so that when we see each other again, you will already be inside the portal. And please make sure to follow us in the official IMG Facebook so that you will be able to know what's going on with our business. And I challenge you, the first 30 days in this business, if you will listen and follow the system, my challenge to you is how to earn in this company. You don't earn technically by selling, you earn by teaching people. You earn by helping people. So if you did not earn, it means you did not help anybody. So it's very important to learn at the same time earn in this business. Again, thank you so much for today. This is just an introduction and welcome again to IMG, your first step in changing your life. Thank you so much.